I first learned about tithing in church, probably kids' church. Hearing they talked about tithing, press it down, shake it together, run it over. That's really all I remember. That's how I first started learning about it and heard more about it in middle school, high school. But I didn't really tithe in middle school a lot. If I did ever. In high school, I towards 11th grade I started tithing. I'd never had a job. I was always playing sports. So when sports ended, every time I'd go to the store or go out with my friends, my dad would give me money because I didn't work. I was blessed enough to just enjoy high school and hang out with friends a lot of the times. But every time he'd give me some money, I'd just tithe it. I'd do it through the app that the church's their platform was, and I really wouldn't think about it, and I guess I'd just tithe it and I'd give it to him, and I really wouldn't think about what I was doing. I was just doing it because I thought that was how you did it. So yeah, before I'd do it just out of like, oh, I gotta give 10. I just gave it because I thought that was right. You just give it. Didn't really think about it, so I was like, oh, I just gotta get 10. Took a chunk out of my had money and took a chunk. I was like, dang, here's the 10. But one of the things that really changed it for me when I was talking to my dad about it, about how like what's the process when you tithe? Like how are you doing it? What do you think about? So I just do it out of just knowing, I just did it. But really, I started noticing a difference when I started noticing a difference when I stopped to think about what I was doing, and I'd pray over what I was giving. So I'd pray over it and thank God for all that He's doing for me, and just kind of really conceptualize what I'm doing, and so thankful for what He's doing in my life, and I just wanted to give it back. When I first realized that the tithe thing was real was back in senior year. I had a friend, and that friend really needed a laptop because they were going to college and they were stressing that they didn't have a laptop. So I just felt in my heart that I needed to buy them a laptop. So really, when I don't do stuff just halfway. I go all out. So I had the money from just working, cleaning at the church, cleaning toilets, anything I could do for some money. I built up about $2,000. So I had a $2,000 in my account. I was feeling strong. I was like, yeah, I got $2,000 in my account. What's up? So the person, I think about what I'm going to get him, and I decided to get him the brand new, then was the 2018 Mac laptop. What was it, iMac? Yeah.
Pro.
So when it came time for the deciding on what to get him, I was going to get him the 2018 MacBook Pro, and I did, and I went negative in my account. So I went like a negative like $10. My dad helped me get out of negative, so I sat from 2,000 to 0 in one. But going from 2,000 to 0, I never felt more satisfied to give something to somebody in my life. There was no regret of there was no regret on what I was doing, and that's what really pricked my heart. Because when you see somebody in such need and you give them something what they could ask for, it's like such a blessing just to see that. And that person is really that person's really special, and they deserve that laptop more than anything. But when I gave it to him, it was just so satisfying. And just seeing that individual just go through a lot and just giving them something that really it's what they needed, and it's so hard to explain. I guess the word satisfying and so humbling, and seeing a light or an eye just light up, and then seeing that is really, really, really special. But what happened after is nothing really happened at first, but graduation came along, and I started to get so much money coming in. It wasn't all at once. It came in little by little, and I started working again, getting some money here and there, cutting grass. But I reached about $1,700. So the gift was about $2,000. And not only did I get $2,000 back, I also got $500 more. Because I reached $2,000 and I got it back to $2,000, but a couple of months after graduation, I kept getting mail from people I ain't talked to in forever. Hey, I just heard about your graduation, felt like I needed to give you this, and I'm like, and then I had an aunt. My aunt gave me. My mom came home one time and said, here, she got you $50. And I'm like, I'm sitting with my dad, and he's over giggling because we were talking about it, and literally right when we were talking about it, my mom came in and was like, hey, this person gave you $100. I'm like, gave me what? And it was just so, it was weird, and it was weird to the point that it's true that you test him, and he's gonna get, you test him, and he's gonna show up. And that's really the big moment I had with tithing. And a lot of people might be like, well, this kid, he's just a kid, he didn't. And that's what I thought. I thought I was just a kid, and you have to pay your dues to get that. You have to keep doing it. But it's really, I think what changed it was when I really just started to sit down and think about what I was doing, and really conceptualizing why I was doing it, and what was the purpose for it. And that's when it starts to change. And it really doesn't matter how old you are, God can always work through you. So to someone where I was, doesn't really have a job, and doesn't really know much about tithing, it does not matter how much. $5, you tithe 10% of that. And the big thing is doing it with a humble heart and not out of obligation, like I did at first. Not just doing it out of obligation, thinking that is when you pray over it, and really thinking about making Him first, and just thanking God for all He's doing in your life, and just kind of giving that back, and showing that He's your number one. And that's it. Definitely praying over it and thinking about it is definitely big, and not doing it out of obligation. Sweet. Tithing is the only time you can, it says in the Bible, you can test Him, and I'll put it to the test, and it showed up, dude. It's definitely real. It's so real. And a lot of people that have tithed and have those stories, it's so real, and it's nothing more than a smile, and it gets that fire. And now every time I get something, I'm quick to that 10, and I even thinking about going up to 11, pushing it more, because it's just so, it's just something weird in your heart that happens when you're tithing, and really doing it with that humble heart, and so thankful for it, is when you start seeing stuff happen, and not doing it out of just because you want to or you have to.